But before all that, put your hands together for the national treasure and the undoubted star of this year's Sports Relief. It's the one and only Eddie Izzard! I've poured you a nice red wine.
Yes, thank you.
Because I know you like it.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
I'm loving the outfit.
Yes, I just threw this on. Well, high heels and marathon running, marathons, and then wearing high heels. And then people say, do you run the marathons in high heels? I go, no. You know, that's just crazy. Women athletes, they don't run in high heels. So yeah, it's all a bit weird. But it's some weeks ago now, so I've recovered.
Well, we still got to talk about it. 27 marathons in 27 days. And more than £2 million for charity. That's worth a round of applause. Yes, yes, yes.
I would say that is a generosity of people who are donating. If I did it on my own, I'd probably get 50 grand, maybe. But, you know, it's with Sport Relief. Everyone, the people who donate, they go on and they do those texts. It's just fantastic. That up at 2.2 million now, so it's crazy.
Aren't we generous, though? Aren't we?
And bizarrely, it's going on tomorrow night, Friday night, on BBC One now. We've never been on BBC One. So they're showing the 1 hour video on BBC One, 11:20.
So even more money we'll get.
Even more money, which is great. It goes around the world.
And the power of Chatty Man, even more money.
Exactly so.
Now, listen, was there any time that you thought, I'm going to just jack this in?
No. It's a mental thing. So if you decide for one moment that you're going to just, forget this, then it's over. I ran for 11 hours and 5 minutes on the last day, the 2 marathons. So you just got to keep going at the same speed. 11 hours, it just goes on, and it was really tricky.
What did the locals think of you?
They thought I was nuts. They thought I was a bit crazy, but the people who got it, you know, it's like when I ran the UK, a lot of people just thought I was being surreal, you know. I've just run here, you know, I'd be up in Cumbria and say, I've just run here from London. They go, yeah, OK. And they just wouldn't... It's like saying I've just eaten a car. They just wouldn't... It was surreal, so... but once they got the hang of it, Nelson Mandela was 27 years in prison, so I put 27 days of my life on that. And I ran around Robben Island, where he was in prison for 18 of those years.
Yeah. What about you running through all those lines and shit?
Well, there was a guy with a gun sitting in the car because it was a national park, but they gave me permission to run. But it was mainly buffalo and zebra and wildebeest, you know. But yeah, apparently there were some lions, but they said they're down in the valley, they're not up here. So I go, good.
Because you had a bit of a limp as well, and you know what they're like? They pick off the weak ones. I've seen that. I've been at safari parks and I've seen them looking at my mincer's leg and then seen them like laying a table. I'm like, let's have a look at a clip. This is Eddie hitting the pain barrier in the incredible Marathon Man for Sport Relief. What's it like when you watch it?
Well, it's weird. It does take me back there. That was 11 hours and 5 minutes of running, and I was feeling good for about 5 minutes of it. And at the 11 hours, it was just not good. Once you finish it, the idea that you do another one of those is just weird. And so I was not having a good time. And at the end, because they were going live on Sport Relief, and they finished at 3:15, and I had to sort of finish at 3:15 because I thought people would donate more. And so we actually had to speed up because we lost time. There was a police escort supposed to turn up, it didn't turn up. We had to run around in circles, and then at the end I had to go faster for the last 10 kilometres than I was doing it. So the last hour I was running faster than I was for the first 10 hours.
And you had to do bloody interviews. I saw you on Lorraine, and she was like, hello, Eddie. And you're like, what?
Normally, if you've ever done those, they say 2 questions, and then we've got to go to something else because important things happen. But they just kept asking, and what do you feel? What's the next thing you're going to do? And I was there, and I literally was just trying to sit down, and they just kept talking. So I said, I'm stopping this interview. I had to go and lie down.
And it's nice to see, actually, when you watch it tomorrow night, it's actually nice to see Sports Relief because there's a lot of rumours a lot of these things are made up. It's nice to see you actually physically doing the marathon because there was rumours, you know, when all those celebrities went up Kilimanjaro,
right.
They said, actually, that, you know, they just turned the camera on its side and, like, Kimberly Walsh and Cheryl were climbing up the floor. And it's a horrible rumour, and I don't know who's been spreading it, but... You've got to stop. It's for charity, and shame on you. You know who you are, Alan. Now, listen, can we talk about all these politicians and these big companies stashing their money away in Panama?
Yeah.
It's made me well vex.
Right.
It has. Explain it, because you're like my political correspondent, you know, because we have people on here, but you seem to know your stuff.
Well, no, I am going into politics. I'm running for Member of Parliament in 2020, so and I've said that for 6 years now, so everyone knows that and is very bored by it. But, you know...
We're not, are we?
No? Well, I mean, the whole thing, we want people to be real people in politics. That's what people want. But you've also got to be a team player. I think, you know, Boris Johnson has done this thing of not playing on the team because he's now saying he would like to run away from Europe. And I say, no, stand and fight in Europe. So I'm for standing and fighting. But anyway, generally, people do want more transparency, as much transparency as possible in politics.
But you know, when you start getting involved in politics, it's going to open a can of worms. I mean, people, you're going to be scrutinised more. You're going to have people going through the bins. People are going to be telling you stories. Are you...
I'm already going through my bins. I go through my own bins. Check, what's this?
Are you worried about that? Because
Well,
you've got to be whiter than white.
I don't know. If they find out that I'm transgender, I don't know what I'll do.
They'll know. Believe me, they'll know, love.
No, they could have...
They will know.
You think they've worked this out? Yeah. Well, that was my skeleton in the closet. You get your skeletons out and give them a good airing and tell everyone about them. 31 years ago, I came out of the closet. How long ago did you come out?
I'm not out
Are
yet.
you out? You best do it
My
now.
wife is watching!
How long ago was it? Because it's a good
Well, it's
thing.
a great... Do you know, I've always been... I was getting people shouting Bender when I was, like, 8 or 9. So I was never really in. And I know, like, no, I was never really in. I wasn't. It was like a revolving door. I thought, oh...
Do you think...
That's my sexuality. That's why I was like, oh... And then, of course, you make out you're bisexual just as a test, isn't it? Like, bi now, gay later.
That's a very nice line.
Yes.
I came up with action transfer. I mean, people are confused because they say, are you straight? How can you be straight? Surely you're gay. And I say, well, I don't know. I didn't arrange these genetics. I've just got these genetics.
Yeah.
Talk to God. Get him down here. But he's not anyway. He doesn't turn up for World War II or anything. So I think it's up to us. And so I knew when I was 4 and I came out in 1985, which is so long ago. And I said to my dad, who's actually watching tonight, I said to my dad when I came out, I said, I think the British people will be OK with this. As long as I'm relaxed and throwback, you know, because you're relaxed and throwback, yeah, sexuality, blah, blah. People go, OK, it's boring. We're almost at boring with sexuality, and it's what do you do with your life? What do you do? What do you add? Oh, I run some marathons, and I do some comedy, I do some drama, and I'm going to politics, and that's what people want to know, that sexuality, boring. That's what I say.
Has it got better? Is there more tolerance?
I think there is more tolerance. I mean, generally, basically, our leaders generally in the world are giving people permission to be more tolerant, and they're stamping down on hate crimes against race, hate crimes against LGBT people. That is generally happening around the world, and it has been getting better, because it's, you know, 2,500 years of bloody murder that's gone on, and now it's getting cool. And the British people have been generally really cool. One guy I had a fight with, that was a long time ago, that was about 15, 20 years ago. But anyway, it turned out all right, and...
I want to live to tell the tale.
Yeah.
Now, earlier on, we were talking about your 27 marathons in 27 days for sport relief. You said if you can do it, anyone can. Do you really think that's true?
Well, I said, I think we can all do more than we think we can do. That's what I said.
Oh.
And I also do believe that... remember how we ran around as kids? I don't know whether you ran around as a kid, but we ran around as kids.
No, I'm a little bit chunky.
But, no, but just that thing, when we run around as kids, I think we're supposed to run around that much all the way through our lives, because you never see a tiger, you never see a crap tiger, do you? You never go, "It's a crap tiger." The tiger goes, yeah, I was a tiger. Now, all tigers are fit, all wild animals are fit.
Yeah.
And we were natural animals, and now we've been civilised, and we found cake and television, and we do, I don't know, maybe I do. And I think we're supposed to keep moving.
I see.
Yes.
Well, I think, you see, he's inspired me so much. I've entered the London Marathon, yeah. And as it's on next week, I need to crack on with my training. So do you mind if I just have a quick run while I chat with you? Is that okay?
Go for it,
Please, right, just 1 second. I'll just go and get into my gear, OK. I won't be a minute.
thought I was going to just run the show from there. I've always wanted to have my own show, so, yeah. Very good.
Yeah. Right, now I'm going to practice for the London Marathon, right? So I'm going to start, yeah? OK. Now, just so you know, to keep me motivated, this treadmill is rigged up to a generator, so if I start to slow down, there won't be enough electricity to work the studio lights. OK? So if I go really slowly, the whole of London could have a blackout. There'll be looting, rioting, complete chaos, OK? Let's go with it. How did you cope? We keep pressing it up.
I'm trying to work out what speed you're doing.
I know it keeps speeding. Stop
it's
it.
6.5. All right, that's good.
It's actually pressing the...
How
did you cope with the...
With the ostriches?
with the heat?
It was difficult with the heat. It was very difficult with the heat, and it made me collapse. This is the speed I did for 11 hours. Just do that for 11 hours, and you're
11 hours?
Yeah.
Did your trainers stink?
No, I kept swapping them around, so they were really nice.
How did you cope with chafing?
You rub oil all over your body before you run.
Shit. So was you sporty at PE?
Yeah, a little bit.
What was your favourite subject?
Football.
It keeps pressing. Is it true you once did a cycling tour of Little Chefs?
Yes. My dad is...
Help me out!
No, you're doing great. I'm impressed at your speed. It's insanely fast.
No, I'm fucking aching. I'm nearly there. Come on. Thank you.
This is good.
Come on.
As long as you don't die, this is going to be the most impressive thing you've ever done.
I know. It's got BAFTA written all over it. Right, okay.
My dad gave me a Little Chef map, and we went from Little Chef to Little Chef. I was trying to lose weight by cycling to Wales, and instead I gained about 10 stone.
You cycled from Little Chef to
Little Chef to Little Chef. Well, it was just a map that Little Chef gave away, but it had all the little chefs in the world on it.
Little Chefs of the world?
Well, Little Chefs of the United Kingdom.
Right, I'm going to have to stop, because... Now, listen. Oh, my God.
That's excellent.
Was that good?
That's fantastic.
And talking.
Yeah.
And oh. Story of my life.
And a penis joke to go with it. That is get it all.
Oh. Oh, that's the machine. I thought it was my pacemaker. Do you know? Well, listen, can I just say, you've inspired me, you've inspired a whole nation.
Come and have a chair.
Yeah. Well done with the fun run. Well done with the fun run. It was... That's embarrassing. I'm so out of breath and dry.
You did it, but no, people do come up to me and say, well done on your walk. And I went, walk? But I was walking and staggering. Run, walk or crawl, whatever I had to do to get it done.
And you did it, and you raised a hell of a lot of money. Well done. Give me a round of applause.
Well done to you.
And me. And my ostrich. And, of course, you can still donate, can't you? Go on the website. Go on the Sports Relief website. You can still donate. There'll be more from Eddie Izzard, but don't go anywhere, because after break, the very funny Ramesh Raghunathan and Sean Walsh, Hollywood star John Favreau and Shawn Mendes will be here. See you in part 2.